But this is why we don't do one listen album reviews and shit because it ain't no way. Ain't no way. Welcome back to Banner Talk Hip Hop. And we're going to get into this Nas Magic 2 review with a little bit of a different format than normal, but definitely going to get into it. So I'm going to go ahead and start off with Eddie. Our first little subtopic is what did you get overall from the album?
And it's funny because I feel like he's only starting with me to give Jason more time if he need a research.
Jason felt like that too.
Felt that.
I saw the smile.
Hit Boy and Nas were just a match made in heaven because these two dudes cannot miss. The first Magic was good, and I mean was awesome. The second one also another solid good album. I mean Hit Boy, we already know about Nas and Hit Boy Nas. I mean, we already know about Nas, just how legendary hip hop artist that he is. But man, it's just like crazy. Like I lost count how many years he's been in the game, and still putting out like solid projects. I don't know if right now he's just looking to because back then I feel like he could get away with not as great production, and his overall talent is like what's gonna make him shine. But now he's just teaming up with like some of the greatest producers and putting out solid projects. And then Hit Boy, man, I mean, the way he can adapt with that new school, old school, like type of production just doesn't seem to amaze me, man. But honestly, like these two dudes, ain't no other tandem to me in hip hop I feel can touch these two. And overall, like it just shows me that there's still plenty left in the tank for both of these dudes to just continue to put out great or classic joints. I mean, the album was insanely solid, and I mean, I liked it a lot from start to finish. There was a couple things that I probably just kind of threw me off, but other than that, man, overall, just we have to have a Magic 3. We have to. It's like I'm watching a movie that I expect a sequel to, and I mean, it's basically what I got from the album.
Yeah, Jason, what did you think? What did you get from it?
I think we're going into like just this whole new frontier as far as hip hop, like as far as just the greats living long enough to talk about the fruits of their labor, and just seeing this guy talk about a game, like a guy who's thriving in a game that he partially built. And, speaking about the transitions, the shit that he's seeing, a guy who can speak on the manifestations that he spoke of years ago, and still be the same guy through it all it's really remarkable, man. And yeah, it's like he's a new artist. It's like to me, it's like, yeah, it's like this. I know I said it before, but it's like, it's not like he's not in a tier with these other old niggas. Like, he's just good. He's not good for an old nigga. He's just fucking good. And I agree with Eddie, man. Him and Hit Boy, they not missing.
Yeah, this run is crazy.
Yeah, they not missing. So, yeah, I don't want to say too much because I know we got more to run over, or I don't want to overlap anything.
Yeah, nah. I felt like this shit was on cruise control. Like, I feel like they in such a groove to where it's just like, to me, out of the whole series, this is like the most effortless offering so far. Nothing seems, I don't want to say forced because I don't think anything that they've done is like forced, but this shit just like, it's just it's got like a smoothness about it. And this is probably like his biggest display recently of like, I still got it. Like I still can rap like at this level. Like I still can rap at a level higher than everybody else. You know, um, it's not like overly conceptual like some Nas album projects are, and some of the songs from the previous King's Disease and Magics are. It's just like play the beat and I'm gonna get in there and rap. Like it was an easy listen, and that usually doesn't come with Nas albums. But it just wasn't overdone, and that's a positive for me. It's just, man, he's just kind of like, I feel like he like glid through the whole album, like from start to finish. Like I almost like every time I've listened to it straight through, I'm like, damn, it's already over already. Like I feel like they were like he was just getting started. Like Eddie said, like I feel like there's more to come. Like I felt like, damn, like yeah, they got more. They definitely got more.
It definitely gave me a feel that, see, because I'm still deciding if I know I didn't like it more than Magic 1, the first one, to me. But like you said, it was such a smooth listen and it's such a solid album. But I think that Magic 3 is going to be the one. Like I feel like this was just a smooth, like they just caught a stride, you know what I mean? And like everything was clean, like put it out, but it didn't give me that.
Yeah.
Good, like it didn't put that. I don't know. It didn't give me that super classic stamp. Like
yeah, because it sounds like he's comfortable, right? It don't sound like he's trying. And usually, like when you get a classic, it's like it sounds like the effort is there, but it sounds like he's just comfortable. Like he could have recorded this shit sitting down in a chair, and I believe it. Like just the way that it sounds and shit. But yeah, that's just what I got from it. So what are y'all top 5 songs on the album? Start with Eddie again.
Top 5 songs. All right. Top 5 songs. I wrote it down. Hold on. Okay. One. I really liked One Mic, One Gun with 21 Savage. So definitely that, and I love the fact that he ended with that song. One Mic. Damn. Now that I think about it, like all these songs are towards the end. One Mic, One Gun. Pistols on your album cover. Urban Magic Johnson. I love the it's called Magic, so I love the play on words with that song. Motion and Black Magic. For sure those are, man, it's so hard because I put Black Magic and I put what this all really means kind of together, so it's so hard to like pick which one.
Yeah.
What this really means is really good, but like I also love Black Magic. I love, thing is like I feel like I love Black Magic a little bit more because of the cadence. But man, what this all really means is such a great song too, man. But I just noticed it's like towards like the start of the album is really good, and the ending of the album is also really good. So
yeah,
I would say those are my top 5 songs of the album.
Yeah, it's tough too because it's like what 11 or 12 songs.
Yeah, it's like
11. Yeah.
Yeah, so to just break it down into 5 is kind of it makes it more difficult.
Yeah, that's why I feel like I feel like with albums like that are like, I mean 10 around 10 songs, I feel like instead of doing a top 5, like you got to do like a top 3, because then once you for sure got your top 2, your top 3, then once you start weaning out the top 3, then it gets kind of hard because like you're really like picking and choosing and being kind of critical on which one you like more. So I'm gonna go with Black Magic as my 5th.
Well, I was gonna say, Eddie, man, Sean thought about all of that, bro. He did 5.
Yeah, with this album,
But maybe,
Nah, because
but maybe he didn't expect that. He didn't expect Black Magic to be so short. I mean, sorry, Magic.
yeah,
He did 3 and he was
I
like,
didn't.
too easy.
Yeah, nah, I didn't, but I did like when I was picking my 5, I did think about it like, damn, like it's only 11 songs, but I was like, nah, fuck it, we gonna go with it.
How many songs?
Because I was like, it's gonna get interesting towards the end of it. Yeah, what's your 5?
Mine was Black Magic. I like how it kind of had that South feel to it, like just that bounce. I liked hearing Nas's cadence, like how he came on that. Magic John, yeah, Irvin Magic Johnson. That shit was clean. These aren't in order either. But if all right, let me do it in order. Like it'd be Black Magic.
Nah, you can do top 5.
Okay. Yeah, Irvin Magic Johnson. Eddie, you kind of covered it with that. I love the wordplay. What this all really means, that's probably my favorite. Just off of the beat, the chords, the sentimental value to it, how he really ran through it. He dropped some gems in that song, like really talking about some shit. Was that and then he had a couple bars. He had a couple bars on there that I liked. One mic, one gun. Stupid. Still stupid. Slow It Down. I like Slow It Down. That shit was cool to me. Like,
Slow It Down was fire.
he talked some shit on there.
Yeah.
And I just like how he creates these pictures and like those little side moments. He kind of lets you know I was a part of this when this manifested. Like I was in the background, you know, like she gave, and I love how he has that ability to show you those things and it pistols on your album cover.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, would it only be in 11 songs? We gonna have some repeats for sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, my top 5 is Pistols on Your Album Cover. I got Motion on there. I got Bokeem Woodbine on there. Urban Magic Johnson, and What This All Really Means. It kind of like alluding to what we were talking about with when Eddie brought it up, like it's so difficult because Slow It Down. Like that started to grow on me low key. Like after I made the list, like my top 5 list, I listened to Slow It Down again, and I'm like, damn, Slow It Down might be better than Bokeem Woodbine. So it's like,
hey,
I don't know, it's different. I can see my list changing though, like soon. Like, I can see my list changing this week.
Like second or third listen.
Yeah.
I'll start growing on
Yeah, because it's all so even, right? Like, to me, the song quality all the way through is very even. They might have different feels, and like the production towards the beginning, I think, is like a little more bouncy, and then towards the end might be like a little more soulful, like if I'm remembering the tracks correctly. But it's all pretty even as far as quality, like very even from start to finish. But yeah, that's my 5. Yeah, I don't know, Slow It Down it might creep its way into that top 5 for sure. So let's get into the top 5 for the production side of things, and especially with this being fully produced by Hit Boy, I think this will be a better album to kind of break down that top 5 production with just the one producer a little bit easier. So Eddie, we'll start with you again. You going around?
This one was kind of tough for me. Okay, so in this case, I'll definitely put Slow It Down in there because I'm trying to remember like how the song sounded, you know. So that's why it's kind of tough for me. Slow It Down for sure was definitely memorable. One Mic, One Gun. I mean, that's probably like my favorite song on the album. I mean, personally. So I'm gonna put that up there. I think because it's my favorite song on the album, I think both the production and just the feature and just Nas on it just like did it for me. So Pistols on Your Album cover, or sorry, Slow It Down, One Mic, One Gun, Black Magic for sure. Me personally, I really like the intro. I think like it. I don't know if you can say that as a production, but I mean,
yeah.
So
I mean, it adds a lot to like the album though.
Yeah,
like
Yeah, no, I feel you though. But motion, and I'm gonna go with Urban Magic Johnson. I mean, this is like going off like the top of like trying to remember exactly how like the song sounded. But I'm gonna say motion was dope actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're
Motion
right though.
fire.
It's like the more you listen to it, the more you kind of like learn to appreciate it. But man, see, this is tough because Abracadabra was kind of low key fired too in terms of
Yeah.
like production wise. Abracadabra is up there.
Yeah.
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 So, but overall, my favorite my favorite production on the album is One Mic One Gun.
I feel it.
Because like think about it. It's like I don't know if this was intended to. I feel like One Mic obviously like is kind of like a homage to One Mic, his song, his classic song. And I don't know, maybe like One Gun is just like kind of a homage to 21 Savage. I don't know.
Yeah.
So
I think it was showing unity for sure.
yeah, like a unity kind of thing. You feel me?
Yeah. Cause that dropped like damn near a year ago, right? I don't know. Is this y'all first time hearing it?
This was my first time hearing it.
Yeah. So I don't know if y'all remember like 21 when the rollout for him and Drake's album came out. He was on a stream and he was just saying like not that many people were checking for Nas or something like that. But and then like everybody blew it up like he was disrespecting Nas, blah blah blah. But rumor has it they got on the phone and they talked and shit, and 21 wasn't trying to disrespect them. So instead of like putting it out there that they talked or whatever, they dropped the song to show like some.
Oh, that's right. That's
21
right.
wasn't trying to disrespect him. He was just saying like his time had like his prime had passed or whatever the case may be. As far as like,
I don't remember listening to that song. That's what's crazy.
Yeah, they definitely. Yeah, it's almost a year old now.
Yeah,
but yeah, when it dropped though, that was definitely a moment. That shit was dope. What you so Jason, as far as your top 5, the production, what you and Jackson got? Seen Jackson in the back.
I like how they came out with it with Abracadabra. Feel like he set the tone. Man, I was cooking as I was playing it, playing on my last listen. The shit is so smooth, man. It's just damn, it's hard to pick. Even though I didn't really care for the 8 bars that I thought Office Hours was pretty hard. I like the smoothness of it. I like how it hit. I like the I don't know, the gritty feels. Like 50 gave us a taste of that.
Yeah.
But more on the production side of things, that shit was hard. I was with 50 would have gave the production what it needed with that, but whatever. Black Magic, smooth. So I'd probably say Abracadabra. It's really I don't know, like lyrically, the second half is probably more of my favorites. But production wise, I'd probably say, the second half, production wise, the first half is probably all of those.
Yeah.
Excluding the intro. So up to about, I switched both King with Slow It Down. And yeah, so Abracadabra, Office Hours, Black Magic. Motion, just not my favorite out of all of those. But
Yeah.
Like the first 3, Irving and what this really means.
Yeah. That's what's up.
That might change like a month from now. So
yeah, for real. That's how I'm feeling. But yeah, my top 5 is Abracadabra. Cause yeah, that shit. The bounce kind of like, and then out the gate with it, the bounce is just kind of like hooked me a little bit. And then the Urban Magic Johnson, the horns, and then when that bass line dropped, that kind of like brought me in too. And then I have What This All Really Means because of the way that it transitions in. Then like that soulful sound, that just, I don't know, that do something for me. And then Slow It Down. I got in there, and Motion. I feel like I feel like I'm a little. Yeah, Motion is fire to me, and then like the way he go into like right before, is that the hook, or is it right before the hook where he start like kind of like whispering, but he go into that little cadence.
I think they're right before the hook, right?
Yeah, that shit's fire. Yeah. Motion was the first song I brought back. Like when I was playing it through the first couple of times, Motion was the first song I kept replaying. But then like it barely make my top 5. Like I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Yeah. I might be different,
Nah, when you listen to it again, it might be different. But this is why we don't do one listen album reviews and shit, because it ain't no way. Ain't no way. Ain't no way to be accurate on no damn one listen.
And I also say like I didn't like something because I like this whole album. Like,
yeah. Because even, I mean, shit, we're what, 5 days out, and even then, shit have probably changed by week 2, you know?
And I also want to just hint that, like, well, I'll wait up.
For sure. So, yeah, that's my 5, Abracadabra, Urban Magic Johnson, What This All Really Means, Slow It Down, and Motion, for sure. As far as the production side of it, I feel like I'm being a little like biased against One Mic, One Gun because it's so old, and like when it came out, it was in my rotation for a little bit.
I forgot.
So I'm kind of like played out.
I forgot that they had some sort of beef, not beef, but you know what I mean. Like
yeah.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, but yeah, I feel like I don't know, like. If I'm like thinking back to when it first came out, like I was on it, but like now when I hear it, I'm just like, okay.
When did it come out?
Like a year ago.
One Mic, One Gun?
Yeah, this is like right after the Drake and 21 Savage album. Like it was legit. Like all of that shit happened legit for the rollout of the Her Loss album.
Yeah.
So it's like damn near been a year, not quite a year, but almost.
Well, shit, I'm glad I waited.
Yeah, no, I would prefer to listen to it within the hour. I don't like when they do, like when they put older tracks in.
It's crazy. He should have just, I almost feel like he shouldn't have even put on the album.
Yeah, that's how I felt. But that's, like I said, it was in my rotation when it dropped. So I'm just a little bit biased. But what were some of the standout bars or verses or, you know, just standout things from y'all within the album?
Oh, skip me, man, because I'm gonna be honest,
nothing stand out.
Not that, but that's not what it is. It's just like I felt like I listened to this album, I want to say 2.5, 3 times, but like I can't I can't remember any like standout.
Yeah.
It was.
I feel like it's so like even keeled that it's difficult. It's like more difficult than a normal album because everything is pretty high quality.
Yeah.
And it's very like everything's very similar, even though like we were talking about the beginning of the album, like the production is different, but I don't think like Nas's verses are different. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's just, it all kind of start to finish is kind of like on an even line. So I definitely think it's difficult to pick out like a standout bar verse, but I try my best. The first verse on Slow It Down, I think when he was talking about like the differences between the attention seeking and clout chasing artists versus the hard working artists that's worried about longevity, that's just in the cut. Like I thought that was a standout, that was a point made for sure by Nas, because look at how long he's done it. Look how many people have fizzled out. I think he even says that, like, you know, so many people have fizzled out along the way or whatever the case may be. And he's never really done the attention seeking and shit like that. He said never diss for clout and all of that shit. So I thought that was dope. as far as just like proving a point, basically. Because his longevity is like talked about as like the standard now, right? So by him coming out and saying that, that kind of like puts a stamp on why it's like that. He was never chasing singles. He was never, doing shit to please other people. Did you have anything, Jason, for that?
I didn't have there weren't any super standout bars, like nothing that made me go, whoa. But still, he said a lot of shit that I felt like it really, like that cover, like the cover really is perfect. And I feel like the lyrics and the approach to how he attacked this album was, it really made sense. He was just kind of reflective, just storytelling, and just kind of just flipping through the memoirs of his mind. But there were still some that stuck out to me, like I'll slow it down just to follow up on what you said. He's like never had to get the youth to relate for the bag. You know what I mean? And then talking about how I made they pay grade, that youngster phase. I made the same mistake. Times have changed, just been there, done that type shit. I was feeling that. I also really, he had to remind us that, hey, I'm doing magic, but I'm also doing King's disease at the same time.
Yeah, two different series.
Two of these niggas, so chill. Nobody's doing it like he. And when he said that, I was like, oh, fuck, he is like. So it's gonna be magic, and then what? A King's disease? Is it 4 or it's 4?
It would be 4, yeah. It will for sure be 4.
4 on the wave. Magic, bro's moving different, and he's out working.
It's at a crazy pace too.
You know what I mean? It's crazy quality. You know what I mean? So it's gonna be seven albums between two niggas.
Yeah, he a year 30. He putting albums out like he on Griselda or something.
Bro, fucking, just there's one. He's a nasty bitch, bad as fuck. Don't ever try to play me. And I got that trade in me to give your ass the vacancy. It's just how he fled. I can't even say it hold on, nasty bitch. I can't even say it I'll try to get nasty with it. And then what this all really means, the full circle moment where it's like the feeling of the first time seeing your name on a flyer. It was just yesterday. Picture that.
Yeah.
When you retire, nigga, I'm just as hot in the end as I am in the beginning. And I remember my first time seeing my name on the flyer. That, I fucking felt that. That shit feels fucking amazing. You feel like that nigga. And then, the show was, I remember the feeling that the show was different. But the flyer, nigga, just seeing your name there. And then I can, if I'm lucky enough to see that, you know what I mean? Bro's done it. This is, guys a GOAT, man. And then I think there was another line in there where he was he even talked about when he's going to be 80 years old with the custom shirts from black designers.
Yeah.
Still with the link and shit. Bro knows, man. That Magic 3 is going to be fucking stupid. I'm calling it now. I feel like these was probably the throwaways, and then there's you just drop these. You made 25 songs. Let's just drop these 11 real quick, and we save these hitters for later. That's what I get.
Jinx, bro.
Yeah, don't. Yeah. Nah, but definitely. So I want to move on to, this is a 2-man race because it ain't too many features on the album. But who did you guys think? Yeah, this is kind of I don't know. It's either 50 or 21, and I think I know where we going with it. So
yeah, bro,
just run down real quick.
21.
Fucking 50 Cent's feature was fucking trash. That was horrible, man.
My favorite part was
bro. How many bars did he? 8?
8. It was 8, and then he talked for about 8.
He got in and out.
Like,
I'm not gonna lie though.
Nobody could have wrote something for him.
He cut everybody off.
That's why like this was like this obviously like this question doesn't really apply for this because like
Yeah.
only
No,
two
for sure.
features, you know, it's like and one of them was like complete like horror. It was horrible.
Yeah. Nah,
Let me hold on. I'm gonna look right now at his verse. Like,
don't do it.
oh, here we go. Yeah, and he keeps saying this queen shit.
Yeah.
Like how it starts. Innocent victim, stick him, get him, book him. Good, you got him. Glad you took him. Like what? Bro, it's bad.
This is why I wanted to still bring this up.
Rat pack him, jump him, gun button, rub him. Trying to rub him and gun button.
Pure shit.
Like what? It's 50. Bro, man. Oh my gosh.
He said a butter whip. Fight back, snuffle.
Yeah.
This shit
like
nothing.
Like, bro, look like that shit's crazy.
Hey, that nigga said, you saw it, but you ain't seen shit. This is queen shit.
Yeah, it's so funny.
His ass butts are between shit. 50, nigga.
Yeah,
That order.
50 Southside QB. So what we gonna do? Where jungle at? Like what? What?
Oh my god.
And then he said, what we gonna do? We staying in here or we going out?
After this nigga's verse was
going out because we rich.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Hey, Jason, like he was asking questions the whole time.
We stand in here. What we gonna do? Shoot, this nigga got 6 bars asking just what's the situation for the night.
Basically.
Nah, but what I don't like how they spaced it out like it's a like bar.
Oh man.
Yeah, that shit was horrible, man.
Yeah, that shit. Oh man.
That might
that was funny.
That might be one of the worst features in a while. Like you think, but like how Hit Boy Nas be like, they were just like, yeah, this is good. This is good enough.
Bruh, I don't know, but I didn't have high hopes for a 50 verse. I really didn't.
I did.
When was the last time 50 dropped like a fire verse? Was maybe I'm the Man. That was his last like good song. So I didn't have high hopes, and that shit didn't even hit that.
Man, it's like
ain't seen shit.
It's kind of like put him a couple notches down, and like my.
It low key sound like his last couple of albums though. I'm not even gonna front. Like they're making like that. No, that flow and stuff that he's been using that shit.
Yeah, I mean,
after Curtis, of course. It was actually before I Self-Destruct or just around before.
He for sure sounded like a like his time has passed. Like it for sure sounded.
Yeah. Yeah, but that's why I didn't have high hopes, because I'm like he's not focused on music, and I don't blame him for not being focused.
Even if you're not focused on music though, like
you could have just talked, or you could have just did the ad libs. Like y'all could have got creative and did something, but like the 8 bars wasn't it.
Like I know he's not focused on music. Like I know he's on
the skit,
but
could have did a skit talking about queen shit.
You saw, you ain't seen shit. Queens.
Man. So yeah,
No,
I think 21.
butts up between shit.
I think 21 took this by default for sure.
Fight back, snuff. This ain't about.
I'm glad I still brought that up. So what's the overall, like, the standout element from this album overall for y'all?
Standout element.
And I could go first on this one. I think for me the standout element is just Nas reflecting on the past, like talking about when he started, and he's got like a couple stories in there when he was like 14 and 12. Like it is so conversational. It sounds just like you having a conversation with like an OG or something, like just in passing. And his reflective storytelling is probably my favorite element on this particular album. I think it's kind of to be expected, but along with the production, it just kind of, I don't know, like I appreciate it a little bit more. But just he's been through so much, he's been in the game for so long. It's just like when somebody like that is reflecting, like you just kind of listen differently than somebody who's like just starting and trying to tell you about, you know, stories before they was famous or whatever the case may be. Because he was talking about shit with like how he put Pac on to Henny. He was talking about shit from like before he started rapping. He was talking about like all type of stuff from Jump. His shout out to like was it Ray and Ghostface, and like knowing their past beef and shit like that. Like it was just reflective Nas, I think was dope. And I know he does that. He's been doing that over these past couple of albums, but for this, I feel like that element stuck out a little bit more.
Yeah. I think like the standout element to me was, I feel like he was just having fun with it. Just like I feel like this album, I mean you could pretty much say that with like the other albums, but I feel like this album, like there was no pressure, and he was just like almost kind of like not experimenting, but like just talking about whatever the fuck he wants to talk about. And lyrics is always going to be there. Flows is always going to be there. But just like, I mean, it's almost kind of piggybacking off of when he started. Like, think about it. Like you just said, him talking about Pac, like he could have done that albums ago in terms of like his history with them. But he decided to do it now. So that tells me that he's just out there just, you know, fuck it. Like just the most random stories, just out there having fun, no pressure, just doing what Nas does best, man. So I probably have to say that.
Like he's been living in his past so long, you know what I mean? Breaking it down for us, painting these pictures, painting other pictures of other people's lives. Now he's at the end of it. He's kicking his feet up. He's got a glass of Henny, and he's just telling us what the fuck, like, he's just fucking reflecting and you know, giving us these snapshots and yeah, I was there for this and I was there for that. And like you said, Sean, it's really like an OG just kicking some game to us. I like, oh, you wouldn't believe, oh, fuck Ghostface. Oh, matter of fact, I was there for this and that. I was, you know, he just tying together. He might even put together a couple of loose ends for people that had questions on things or answered a few questions, you know. But I definitely want to go listen back to see what I missed. So many snapshots that he dropped.
For sure. So what do y'all think? I don't want to deal with his whole discography, but as far as like the Hit Boy and Nas projects, what do you guys think that this stacks up with how we've listened so far? Of course, it could move up or down, but through the first couple listens, where do you guys think this stacks up over the last 5?
What, like over his last 5 albums?
Yeah, just the Hit Boy and Nas. I don't want to go back to everything because like 30 years of albums is crazy. Yeah,
and that's
I'm not gonna stack this up against Illmatic or you know Stillmatic.
It's better than Nostradamus. Man, that's tough, man. All right.
Nostradamus bag for sure.
Hey, do you remember what I gave Magic 1? I don't know. Do you remember that?
I don't remember. No, I don't think we started this channel after Magic 1.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, for sure.
All right. So I don't think it's better than Magic 1. I don't think so. I like it better than King's Disease 3. This is tough. I I don't like it better than King's Disease 1 or 2. So yeah, I would put it there.
Like
So
in that 4 range.
yeah, in that 4 range. Yeah, I would say so.
Yeah.
So I mean, I'm not ranking them. I'm just kind of I'm looking at the albums that I have on my phone. And I don't think it's better than Magic 1, like slightly though, slightly.
Yeah.
I think it's better than King's Disease 3. But King's Disease 1 and 2, I think those are ahead of them as well.
Okay. Jason, what do you think?
I definitely like Magic 1 better than this one. In comparison to the King's Disease trilogy, King's Disease 1 was fire. 3 was solid. Two is my least favorite out of those. It's not as good as 1, but better than King's Disease 2.
Yeah, it sounds like it's in that 4 range for you too. Yeah. I personally think it's in that 4 or 5 range. My first instinct was to say is the last, but I think with time maybe it'll creep up to like that 4 range for sure.
It's like
no, that's
it's not bad. Like it's not because it just I don't know.
Yeah, no.
It's just a really solid album. Like it's not a.
These are 5 fire albums, and that's why I wanted to keep it like within his discography, because I mean, if we ranking these 5 albums versus everything else that's dropping right now, you looking at 5 of the top 10 albums, or some shit like that. But as far as like the album quality is great. Like the album score is gonna be higher than average for me. But I personally would put it at 5 right now. King's Disease 2 was my least favorite. That's the one that it could creep up on. So I could see it in that 4 or 5 range for sure. Magic 1, I don't think they're gonna touch that again for me. Yeah, Magic 1 is definitely 1. And then I'd have to say King's Disease 1 and then King's Disease 3. But that's not, like you said, that's not the shit on this album. This album is like super solid. It's a great album to me, which would lead into our next and final topic. So what would you guys rank this if you had to give a number score, and any final thoughts that you guys have on it?
8 out of 10.
Wow.
8 out of 10.
Yeah, I feel it.
Oh, wow.
I'm agreeing, because I thought I knew a 7 was coming.
I'm going to say 7, 8.
That sounds more like an Eddie score, but nah, I'll give it an 8. I want that 8. I want that 8.4.
Yeah,
8.2.
Yeah, I got it sitting at like a 8.3. I think it's a pretty solid, solidified 8, which is a really good score. It's crazy because it released like on a night where there was a lot of stuff releasing, like Travis released song, Rocky released a song, and all that shit was subpar. This is the only thing that kind of lived up to the hype. So now it's kind of saving the game 30 years in. It's kind of crazy.